My dear child, pause for a moment. Let these words sink deep into your spirit. You stand at a turning point, and I need you to understand what is unfolding right now in your life. The season of waiting is coming to an end. The time of preparation is giving way to the time of fulfillment, and everything you have walked through, every tear you have shed in secret, every moment you felt invisible, it was all leading to this exact point. You have been asking me why it took so long. Why did the struggle last so many years? Why did I allow you to feel forgotten when others seemed to move forward with ease? My precious one, let me reveal something to you. The person standing here today is not the same person who started this journey. You have been transformed in ways you cannot yet fully see. Your character has been refined. Your faith has been tested and proven genuine. Your heart has been made tender without becoming fragile. And your spirit has learned to stand firm without becoming hard. What used to devastate you no longer has that power. The words that once crushed your confidence now bounce off like rain on a rooftop. The rejection that used to send you spiraling into doubt now barely registers in your soul. You have grown. My child, not louder, but deeper, not harder, but stronger. And this transformation did not happen because life became easier. It happened because you chose to keep trusting me even when everything around you whispered that I had abandoned you. I watched every sleepless night. I collected every tear that fell when you thought no one was looking. I heard every prayer you whispered through trembling lips. I saw you choose kindness when bitterness would have been justified. I witnessed you extend grace when judgment seemed more reasonable. I observed you worship me even when your circumstances gave you every reason to walk away. My beloved, nothing you went through escaped my attention, and nothing you endured was without purpose. If this message is speaking to your heart right now, I want you to do something. Type yes in the comments. Let me know you are hearing what I am saying to you today, because this word is not for everyone. It is specifically for those who have been walking through a long season of hiddenness, feeling like their time would never come. It is for those who kept showing up even when no one was watching. It is for those who maintained their integrity even when it cost them opportunities. It is for those who chose my ways even when the world offered easier paths. Now let me tell you why the waiting was necessary. I could not bring you into what I have prepared for you while you were still dependent on human validation. I could not elevate you when your identity was still tied to the opinions of people who never truly saw you. I could not open these doors while you were still seeking approval from those who were never meant to affirm you. So I allowed you to sit in a season where the applause stopped, where the recognition dried up, where even your closest relationships seemed to shift or dissolve, and in that painful silence something remarkable happened. You discovered that my presence was enough. You learned to worship without an audience. You learned to obey without immediate reward. You learned to believe even when the evidence contradicted everything you hoped for. You developed a root system so deep that the storms of life could no longer uproot you. And my child, that kind of depth cannot be rushed. It cannot be microwaved. It can only be cultivated through seasons of waiting, through nights of wrestling, through moments when you had to decide whether you truly believed I was good, even when life felt hard. The version of you that enters this next season must be someone who knows their worth is not negotiable. Someone who understands their value does not fluctuate based on who recognizes it. Someone who carries a quiet confidence that does not need to announce itself because it is rooted in my unchanging nature, not in changing circumstances. You are becoming that person. The metamorphosis is nearly complete, and what I am about to release into your life requires this upgraded version of you to steward it well. Here is what many people do not understand about favor. They think favor means everything becomes easy. They assume blessing means the absence of challenge. But true favor is not the removal of obstacles. It is the supernatural ability to navigate them with grace. It is the wisdom to see what others miss. It is the doors that open not because you knocked harder, but because my timing aligned with your readiness. And my beloved, you are ready now, in ways you were not ready before. I am about to shift the atmosphere around your life. Opportunities that ignored you will suddenly pursue you. People who overlooked you will begin to see you with fresh eyes. Resources that seemed out of reach will become accessible with unusual ease. This is not because you figured out some secret formula. This is not because you finally did enough to earn my attention. This is happening because the appointed time has arrived. And when my appointed time meets your prepared heart, miracles become normal. Breakthroughs become frequent. And what once required exhausting effort now flows with supernatural ease. You will know this shift has begun when certain things stop being a struggle. When conversations that used to drain you suddenly feel effortless. When decisions that used to paralyze you become clear without agonizing deliberation. When relationships that used to require constant maintenance either fall away naturally or suddenly become mutually life-giving. When opportunities align in ways that make you whisper, "This has to be God, because I did not orchestrate any of this." Watch for these signs, my child. You will find yourself less concerned with who is watching and more focused on what I am saying. You will notice that the opinions that used to control your choices no longer have that grip on your heart. You will sense a new boldness rising within you, not the kind that comes from arrogance, but the kind that flows from knowing who you are in me. You will begin making decisions based on my leading rather than people's expectations. You will start setting boundaries without guilt. You will learn to say no without lengthy explanations. You will discover that you can be kind without being weak, loving without being a doormat, generous without being depleted. That is the fingerprint of divine favor. It does not make you arrogant. It makes you grateful. It does not make you entitled. It makes you humble because you know beyond any doubt that you did not manufacture this moment. Let me address something that may be stirring in your heart right now. Some of you are thinking, "But God, you do not know what I have done. You do not know the mistakes I made. You do not know how many times I failed you. You do not know why I really went through that difficult season." Maybe it was not your preparation. Maybe it was just the consequences of my own choices. My dear child, I want you to hear this clearly. I am fully aware of every misstep. I saw every moment of rebellion. I witnessed every time you chose your way instead of mine. And here is the truth that will set you free. My plan for your life is not contingent on your perfection. It is anchored in my faithfulness. Yes, there were consequences to some of your choices. Yes, some of your pain was self-inflicted. But even in those moments, even when you walked away from me, I never walked away from you. I used even your detours to develop something in you that could not have been formed any other way. I allowed you to taste the emptiness of life apart from me so you would never take my presence for granted again. I let you experience the bitter fruit of going your own way so you would cherish the sweetness of walking in alignment with me. And now that you have come back, now that you have learned what you needed to learn, I am not holding your past against you. I am not making you pay penance for your mistakes. I am doing what I have always done. I am restoring. I am redeeming. I am taking what the enemy meant for destruction and turning it into your greatest testimony. The years the locusts ate, I am giving back with interest. The time you think you wasted, I am redeeming with purpose. The relationships you damaged, I am either healing or replacing with connections that fit this new season of your life. If you have made it this far in this message, I need you to do something. Leave a comment. Tell me what year you feel like your shift is happening. Is it this year? Is it right now as you listen to these words? Because I want you to mark this moment. I want you to remember where you were when you heard me speak this truth over your life. Years from now, when you look back, you will trace the beginning of your turnaround to this very conversation. Now let me tell you what is about to shift in the spiritual realm. There have been assignments against your peace. There have been voices speaking defeat over your future. There have been obstacles strategically placed to delay your progress. But I am releasing a word into the atmosphere right now that cancels every contrary decree. I am speaking to the mountains in your path, and they are moving. I am addressing the closed doors, and they are swinging open. I am confronting the resistance you have been feeling, and it is breaking apart like morning mist in the sunlight. What you are about to walk into will require a different level of spiritual awareness. The enemy will not stop fighting just because you are entering a season of favor. In fact, his attacks may intensify because he knows what I am releasing to you. But here is the difference. In the previous season, you barely survived his attacks. You felt overwhelmed, outmatched, and outnumbered. But the you that is emerging from this season of preparation is not the same. You have been trained in warfare. You have learned to recognize his tactics. You have developed spiritual discernment that allows you to see his schemes before they fully manifest. You will still face challenges, but they will not devastate you. You will still encounter opposition, but it will not defeat you. You will still have moments of weariness, but they will not destroy you, because you now know how to fight from a place of rest. You understand how to stand firm without striving. You have learned the power of worship as a weapon and gratitude as a shield. And my child, that kind of spiritual maturity is rare. It marks you as someone I can trust with greater influence, with larger platforms, with more significant assignments. Let me paint a picture of what this next season looks like. You will walk into rooms, and people will sense something different about you. They will not be able to name it, but they will feel it, a presence, an authority that does not come from position or title, but from intimacy with me. You will speak words that carry weight beyond their syllables because my spirit breathes life into them. You will make decisions with unusual clarity because my wisdom guides your thoughts. You will navigate complex situations with grace because my peace governs your responses. This will not make you perfect. You will still have moments of doubt. You will still face situations that challenge your faith. But the foundation beneath you is now solid. The core of who you are is now anchored. And when the storms come, and they will come, you will bend, but you will not break. You will be tested, but you will not be destroyed. You will be pressed, but you will not be crushed, because you have already survived the worst, and you discovered that even in the valley, I never left your side. And here is something else I want you to understand. The platform I am giving you is not just for you. The influence I am entrusting to you is not meant to be hoarded. The wisdom I have downloaded into your spirit through your trials is meant to be shared. You are not being elevated so you can sit comfortably above others. You are being positioned so you can reach back and pull others up. The testimony you carry, the scars you bear, the lessons you learned, they are meant to become a bridge for someone else. So as you step into this new season, remember where you came from. Stay humble, stay teachable, stay connected to me. Because the moment you start believing this breakthrough happened because of your own brilliance, the moment you start taking credit for what only my grace could accomplish, that is the moment you become vulnerable to pride. And pride always leads to a fall. But humility keeps you elevated. Gratitude keeps you grounded. And dependence on me keeps you moving forward in the right direction. Some of you need to hear this next part. You have been holding on to relationships that I released years ago. You have been trying to resurrect connections that I intentionally allowed to die because they were limiting what I wanted to birth in you. You have been grieving losses that were actually divine protection. My child, let them go. Release your grip on what I am not restoring. Stop trying to force doors open that I have purposefully closed, because on the other side of your obedience is a relationship, a connection, an opportunity so perfectly aligned with this season that you will wonder why you held on to the old for so long. I know it is hard. I know you invested time, energy, and emotion into those connections. I know you believed they were meant to last forever, but sometimes my protection looks like removal. Sometimes my blessing comes disguised as a closed door. Sometimes the greatest gift I can give you is taking away what you thought you could not live without. So you can discover that not only can you live without it, you can actually thrive without it. And yes, there will be a grieving process. Yes, there will be moments when you miss what was. Yes, there will be times when you are tempted to go back. But do not do it, my child. Do not return to what I rescued you from. Do not pick up what I helped you put down. Do not rebuild what I helped you tear down. Trust that if I allowed it to end, it is because something better is beginning. I am bringing new people into your life, kingdom-minded people, people who celebrate your growth instead of resenting your progress, people who speak life over your dreams instead of doubt over your capacity, people who recognize the call on your life and help you walk in it instead of questioning whether you are qualified. These are covenant relationships, not just casual connections, and they are coming because you are finally ready to receive what I have always wanted to give you. If this message is resonating with you, share it with someone who needs to hear it. There is someone in your life right this moment who is walking through what you just came out of. They need to know that the waiting has purpose. They need to hear that the struggle is not permanent. They need the hope that you are beginning to feel rising in your chest right now. Be my messenger. Let my words through you become a lifeline for someone else. Now here is what I need you to do moving forward. Do not go back to old patterns just because they are familiar. Do not shrink back into small thinking just because it feels safer. Do not dim your light just because it makes others uncomfortable. You have been hidden long enough. You have played small long enough. You have apologized for your gifts long enough. This is your season to shine, not with arrogance, but with authenticity, not with pride, but with purpose, not to prove anything to anyone, but to fulfill everything I created you for. And let me be clear about something. This new level will require new discipline. Greater blessing requires greater responsibility. Wider influence demands deeper character. The spotlight that is about to shine on you will reveal everything, both the gold and the flaws. So before I bring you out fully, I need you to do some internal work. Deal with the unforgiveness you have been carrying. Address the bitterness you have been nursing. Confront the insecurity you have been hiding. Heal from the wounds you have been ignoring. Because you cannot carry yesterday's baggage into tomorrow's blessing and expect to thrive. I am not saying you have to be perfect. I am saying you need to be willing. Willing to be corrected. Willing to grow. Willing to admit when you are wrong. Willing to learn from your mistakes. Willing to seek help when you need it. Willing to stay humble even when success tempts you toward pride. That kind of willingness is what qualifies you for longevity in this season. Talent might open the door, but character keeps it open. Walk in this, own this, embrace this, and watch how I turn your story into a testimony that sets other people free. Watch how I use your pain to bring healing to those who are hurting. Watch how I take your mess and turn it into a message that gives hope to the hopeless. You are not just walking into blessing for yourself. You are being positioned to become a conduit of blessing for others. And that, my beloved, is the highest form of favor. When what I give you overflows to bless everyone around you, I am with you. I am for you. I am working all things together for your good. And my plans for you are still good, still hopeful, still filled with a future worth waiting for. Trust me one more time. Believe me one more day. Hold on one more moment, because your breakthrough is closer than you think. Your miracle is nearer than it appears, and your next season is about to begin before you go. I want you to speak this out loud. Say it with your voice, not just in your mind. Declare, I am ready for what God has prepared for me. I receive the shift that is happening in my life. I walk in faith, not fear. I move forward with confidence, knowing God is with me. Let those words settle into your spirit. Let them become your reality, and then step boldly into everything I have waiting for you. God bless you, my child. You are loved, you are seen, you are chosen, and your time is now.